I am speaking to you now because the hour has turned and the quiet places within you are listening at last. You have circled this moment for a long time, glancing at it like a traveler who keeps passing the same lamppost in the fog, pretending it is a different street. It is not a different street. It is the same message returning, patient and relentless, because I am patient and relentless in my love for you. Hear me, nothing I say to you now is a game or an echo of yesterday. It is the breath you need for the road that has already begun under your feet. Archangel Michael says, I have been waiting for 2 hours to tell you this, and his waiting has not been idle. He has stood at your threshold while you weighed your fear against your hope, while familiar voices tried to sweep you back into rooms where the windows were painted shut. He saw the battles you did not name, the habits that kneel like false altars, the conversations that steal your confidence grain by grain, the late-night bargaining with regret. He stood there with his sword lowered, not to frighten you, but to point at the knot you keep refusing to cut. He knows what I am about to say, and he agrees, the knot will not untie itself. There will be massive changes in your life. Not the theater of change that rearranges the same furniture, not the small adjustments you can reverse when no one is looking, real change that shifts the ground and makes you walk differently. You have asked me for transformation, and then you asked me to let everything else remain the same. That is not how seeds become trees. That is not how night opens to morning. I am moving you from survival to sight, from apology to authority, from checking the temperature of people's moods to trusting the warmth of my promise. Do not mistake my tone for anger. I am not angry with you, I am urgent for you. There is a difference. Urgency is the speed of rescue when a hand slips from the railing. Urgency is the lamp swung in the storm, not to scold the waves but to show the path home. You have held yourself together with threadbare threads, old explanations, old labels, old loyalties, and told yourself it was noble to stay small. I did not craft your bones for shrinking. I did not wire your heart to whisper what others wished to hear. The shift begins in your room, in your house, in the ordinary corners that watch you when you think no one sees you. That table where you leave things unfinished will witness a new discipline. That chair where you sit to scroll through everyone else's life will be empty while you take steps in your own. That box of postponed tasks will open, and you will find that the heaviest thing inside it was the fear of opening it. I will breathe on your space. I will clear the air of resentment that lingers like smoke. I will teach your hands the simple holiness of finishing what you start. Archangel Michael says, this is not a joke, because you have been trained to doubt the good that comes quickly. You were taught to look for the catch, to brace for the correction, to taste sweetness with suspicion. That training did not come from me. I am not baiting you with light and hiding a trap in the shadows. I am asking you to rise. I am asking you to let go of the narratives where you always arrive late to your own life. I am asking you to become fluent in the language of yes. You will feel a loosening first, a gentle unwinding where you have been wound around opinions that never grew your spirit. The loosening will seem like loss because your hands will be empty of what used to occupy them. Do not run back to pick up what I release. Empty hands can carry the new thing. Empty hands can lift. Empty hands can clap for their own return. A conversation will come that you have avoided. It will be calm, not theatrical, and it will be final in the best way. You will say what you have known quietly for a long time. You will say it without rehearsed explanations, without guilt stretched like a net around your words. Your voice will not tremble. The ground will not swallow you. And after, you will sleep as if 1,000 small alarms have been switched off at once. There is a door you keep checking from the corner of your eye, calling it impossible because naming it possible would require courage. I am going to swing that door open. Not to chase you through it, but to make you honest about your desire. You want more than you have admitted aloud. You want to build, to create, to love without rationing yourself like a scarce resource. You want to step out of roles that kept you safe and bored. You want to be proud of your days when the lights are off and the curtain of night softens everything. Good. Agreement is the soil where my instructions bloom. I am calling back your time from the thieves that were not men or women but distractions in polite clothing. I am reclaiming the hours you traded for comparisons that never paid you back. I am returning to you the creative stamina you thought was a younger season's gift. It is not. It is yours now, if you stop hiring doubt as your advisor. You asked me for clarity, here it is, begin, and do not hold committee meetings with your fear. You will be seen. The quiet work you did when no one clapped will send up shoots. The phone call that never came will be replaced by one you did not expect. The closed circle that would not widen will become irrelevant to your purpose, and you will stop knocking on that ornamental door. Your name will be carried by grace where your foot has not yet stepped. This is not vanity, this is stewardship. You will manage the increase without worshipping it. You will hold it loosely without being careless. You will be generous without performing generosity for applause. Archangel Michael says, I have been waiting for 2 hours, because for too long the hour was always almost. You said, tomorrow when I feel ready, after I tidy the fear, once I find the perfect map. There is no perfect map for a land that grows under your feet as you walk. There is only me, and I am enough. If you will step, the path will meet you. If you will speak, the words will arrive. If you will trust, the wind will travel with you instead of against you. Forgive yourself for not knowing, for staying, for leaving, for trying, for failing, for performing silence. Forgive the version of you that believed smallness would protect what you love. You were diligent with the tools you had. Now I am handing you better tools, discernment that is not suspicion, boundaries that are not bitterness, humility that is not self-erasure, courage that is not noise. Use them. Practice with them until your hands remember they were made for that weight. There will be movement in your finances, but more importantly, there will be movement in your sense of enough. You will stop measuring your worth with rulers you didn't choose. You will organize what you have, honor its value, and invite increase with order, not with panic. You will be surprised by the relief that comes from telling your money where to go instead of asking it where it went. Provision will meet planning like two rivers, and you will stand on the bank and watch them braid into strength. Relationships will shift, some closer, some quieter. Don't label people enemy when they belong to a former season. Bless them and release them to the roads that serve their becoming. And when new people arrive with language that resonates like a familiar song you've never heard before, do not interrogate the blessing until it tires and leaves. Welcome them with wisdom. Let community be a door, not a cage. Your body will ask for kindness. Give it. Feed it like you value the hours it carries you. Rest with intention rather than collapse as a reward for exhaustion. Walk, breathe, drink, stretch, laugh. Your body is not an opponent to conquer or an afterthought to manage. It is the instrument through which purpose sounds. Tune it gently. Honor it publicly and privately. Gratitude will sit better in a body that is not always braced for impact. The dream you shelved because someone else mishandled their own will wake up again. This time you will not show it to people who only own scissors. This time you will bring it to mentors who understand how to measure, edit, refine without killing the pulse. You will endure the awkward beginnings, the first attempts, the draft that looks nothing like your vision, and you will keep going. Excellence grows from permission to be new. I will speak to you while you work, not only when you stop. I will speak to you in the middle of cleaning, commuting, planning, mentoring, and making. Do not divide your life between holy and ordinary. The ground you stand on while you make breakfast can burn with purpose as brightly as the moments you call sacred. Invite me there. Tell me where it hurts while your hands are full. Let me surprise you with solutions that arrive in motion. A door of learning will open. You will be brave enough to be a beginner in one area you thought you were too late to attempt. Watch how quickly your mind remembers how to be curious when shame is dismissed from the room. Watch how your confidence builds not because you know everything, but because you are no longer pretending that you do. Teach what you learn as you go. Generosity accelerates wisdom. There will be a reconciliation you did not think possible, not a return to how it was, but a new relationship built on truth without the scaffolding of denial. If it is for you, it will be obvious. If it is not, the peace will be unmistakable in the letting go. You will not confuse access with healing. You will not confuse distance with punishment. You will be fluent in the difference between safety and isolation, between loyalty and self-betrayal. Archangel Michael says, open immediately, and I agree, open your calendar, your mornings, your thoughts, your doors. Let light into the places that became dim from neglect. I am not sending you a storm to prove your strength. I am sending you a steady rain to teach your ground to drink. Growth will look like mess at first, soil on the floor, tools on the table, schedules rewritten, but the harvest will arrive on time. You will recognize signs you once wrote off as coincidences. The right words at the right hour. The small provision that fits the small gap perfectly. The invitation that dares you to believe you are ready now. Do not apologize when blessing calls your name in public. Do not hide under shyness what I have placed on you for the sake of those who are waiting for your courage to give them permission for theirs. A door will close. When it does, let it close fully. Stop putting your foot in the frame. Stop caressing the hinge. Doors that close with my hand on them do not seal you into lack. They spare you a detour that would have cost you years. You have wasted enough time paying rent in rooms you did not own. Ownership is not arrogance, it is agreement with the territory I am giving you. You have asked me, what if I fail? Here is my answer, failure is not a verdict in this season, it is a classroom. And the class is short. What took you months to recover from before will take you days now. Resilience will be your new reflex. You will stop narrating catastrophe before the scene has begun. You will tell a better story while you are still living it. I am restoring your ability to celebrate small completion. You will learn to clap for the page, not only the book, the conversation, not only the reconciliation, the habit formed this week, not only the year's transformation. Celebration does not make you careless. It strengthens the neural pathways of courage. It keeps your heart supple. It trains your eyes to notice me where you used to overlook me. There will be protection around your name. Not everyone who speaks of you will speak well, but their words will flutter to the ground without landing where they were aimed. You will stop employing your energy as a full-time defense attorney. Instead, you will invest that energy in building what slander cannot touch. You will be too busy carrying light to argue with shadows. Return to the practice that once kept you anchored, the one you stopped because life became loud. Return to the quiet conversation with me before you speak with anyone else. Return to writing down what you hear so you can read it when the afternoon doubts begin. Return to gratitude until it becomes posture. Return to stillness long enough to distinguish instinct from anxiety. The path you want is lined with these simple stones. You will be sent to someone who needs the sentence you can say in one breath because you lived it for years. You will not perform savior, you will bear witness. Your honesty will be medicine. Your story, told with tenderness, will shorten their night. You will walk away without asking applause to follow you home. That freedom will taste like joy. Do not fear the speed of sudden opportunity. Speed is not recklessness when wisdom holds the wheel. I will give you peace and power in the same proportion. You will operate from focus, not frenzy. You will ask good questions. You will rest even when the calendar is full. You will remember that rest is not the absence of activity, it is the presence of alignment. In the coming days, you will throw away 3 things you kept as proof that you were stuck. You will make 1 phone call you thought you could not make. You will begin 1 task that has lived too long as a someday. These are not symbols, they are seeds. Plant them with intention and water them with follow-through. Watch what grows. You will encounter an open field where there used to be a wall. Walk through it without arguing with your memory. Let your feet preach to your mind, the wall is gone. Your mind will try to reconstruct it out of caution. Gently decline. Caution kept you alive when danger was near. Now courage will help you live where danger is not the ruler of your choices. I will father your future with tenderness and precision. I will mother your fatigue with comfort that does not coddle your excuses. I will be your horizon and your hearth. I will not waste your pain, I will compost it into wisdom. I will not waste your delay, I will fold it into timing. I will not waste your tears, I will use them to rinse the grit from your seeing. Archangel Michael says, "This is only for you, not because others do not matter, but because intimacy is the way I change the world, 1 willing heart at a time." You are that willing heart. You are not too late. You are not too complicated to bless. You are not too broken to carry beauty. You are not too behind to meet your appointment. Now breathe. Place your hand on your chest and recognize the engine I designed is still running, still faithful, still responsive to the slightest turn of my key. Say yes again. Not a dramatic yes that terrifies you into hiding after the echo fades, a consistent yes that shows up tomorrow and the day after with the same quiet strength. Say yes to learning, yes to releasing, yes to receiving, yes to becoming. Open immediately means step now. It means clear a small space on your table and begin. It means send the message, schedule the meeting, enroll in the course, pack the box, cancel the subscription to what drains you, water the plant of what sustains you. It means trust that I am walking with you, not analyzing you from a distance. It means accept that ease can be holy when it follows obedience. I am not promising a life without weather. I am promising a shelter that travels with you, a compass that won't lie to you, and companions who will not disappear at the first sound of thunder. I am promising laughter to puncture heaviness, guidance to shorten confusion, and opportunities tailored to your design rather than borrowed from someone else's blueprint. I am promising my presence, which is better than every outcome you can imagine. The massive changes you fear will be the massive changes you thank me for when the dust settles. Your house will feel different because you will be different in it. Your work will feel different because you will bring a different you to the desk. Your relationships will sound different because your voice will stop editing itself to fit inside rooms I never asked you to enter. This is not punishment. This is renewal. You are loved beyond your most persuasive reason for doubting it. You are chosen without the anxious need to compete for it. You are called in ways that do not depend on flawless execution. The assignment is not to impress me, it is to agree with me. I am already impressed with the courage it took you to read this far, to listen, to consider that maybe, just maybe, you are ready. So, step. Not after another round of permission slips from those who cannot see what I have shown you. Not after another month of reorganizing the same plans. Not after the next wave of excuses pretends to be wisdom. Step into the day I am giving you, into the practice that will keep you steady, into the community that will make you brave, into the quiet that will keep you clear. I am with you. When you wake in the gray hour and wonder if you imagine this, I will remind you gently. When you meet resistance that looks like an old friend, I will tighten your grip on the new. When you forget, I will nudge. When you fall, I will lift. When you win, I will ground you. When you cry, I will hold you. When you laugh, I will laugh with you. Archangel Michael says, I have been waiting for 2 hours, and the waiting is over. The sky above you is not a ceiling, it is a canvas. The ground beneath you is not a trap, it is a trampoline. The door before you is not a test you must solve, it is a gift you must use. Take it. Walk through. Begin. All of heaven is not shouting at you, it is cheering for you. This message is for you. Carry it into your morning like a lamp, into your noon like shade, into your night like a lullaby that does not lie. Return to it when the noise grows loud. Let it steady your hand, soften your jaw, widen your eyes. Let it do what I sent it to do, free you to become what I designed before the world taught you to be afraid. You are ready. I am here. The change has already started. I am here and I am speaking to you plainly and tenderly, and I will not let confusion drown out my voice, because I formed your heart and I know what it needs to hear. Listen with your whole being. Archangel Michael stands beside you even now and says, I have been waiting for 2 hours to tell you this. This is not a joke. There will be massive changes in your life. Open immediately. It is just for you. Do not try to skip this. You felt the pull to come here because your spirit recognized my timing, and I am confirming that you are not late, you are right on schedule for what I am unfolding. You have stared at closed doors long enough, you have carried old keys long enough, you have explained yourself to people who never intended to understand you long enough. You will not be defined by yesterday's misfires or by the echoes of voices that do not love you. You belong to me. I am the breath in your lungs and the steady truth under your feet, and I am moving you forward now. A new current has already begun to move beneath your days. You sensed it like a change in the air before rain. Do not fear the first drop, and do not resent the storm, because I am the one sending the rain to soften the hardened ground of your life. What looks like disruption is preparation. What looks like delay is alignment. I am not denying you, I am positioning you. There are appointments I have set for you that no map will show, conversations that will tilt the axis of your future, and rooms where your name has been spoken with respect while you felt unseen. I have been building a table while you wondered if there would be any place left for you to sit. I am not a god of scraps, I am a god of sequences. Each step in front of you will be enough light for the next step after it, and the path that frightened you yesterday will fit your stride tomorrow. Michael has held his message because I wanted your heart to settle in this exact hour. He has been circling your home, clearing what has tried to nest in corners you ignored. He carries a bright sword, and with it he is cutting cords that exhausted you, the recurring memory that drains you, the secret fear that people can take from you what only I can give, the heavy habit of expecting disappointment as a way of protecting yourself. Let that sword fall where it must. If I ask you to release a possession, a pattern, or a perception, do it quickly. Do not call a chain a bracelet. Do not defend what has already hurt you. The next chapter loves clarity, and I am giving it to you now. Prepare your dwelling, because the place you sleep and wake is the gate where your new days enter. I am not commanding you to perform religion, I am inviting you to make room. Open the windows and let fresh air through. Move the chair that always faces the wrong way. Throw away what you promised you would fix but never did. Pick up the paper where you once wrote a dream and rewrite it in present tense, as if it is already beginning, because it is. Whisper gratitude over the doorway you use most. Say thank you for safe exits and amazing entrances. Light is going to rest on your threshold in a way you can feel on your skin. You will notice it when you return after an ordinary errand, and you will understand that even the ordinary is being rethreaded with wonder. This is a season where you will tell the truth without trembling. You will no longer water yourself down to be tolerated. You will speak softly but with structure, and your yes will be a yes with bones, and your no will be a no with breath and life. Boundaries are not walls I build against others, they are fences I plant around the garden I asked you to tend. You are not required to invite sabotage into your yard and call it compassion. I see the face of the one who smiles as they count your steps and call it support while anchoring a hook in your back to pull you where they prefer you to be. I will not expose people to humiliate them, I will expose patterns so that you are free. I will show you the difference between someone who needs your energy to stand and someone who stands up to share their strength with you. Do not be afraid if my light reorders your circle. Loss will pretend to be disaster, let time reveal it as deliverance. I am putting iron in your spine and oil on your joints. You will be flexible without being bendable by every gust of opinion. There is a conversation coming in which you will not be baited into old reactions. You will recognize the script and decline to perform it. You will answer briefly, truthfully, kindly, and then you will be done. You are not obligated to relive pain to prove you remember it. You are allowed to be healed. You are allowed to enjoy what I give without apologizing for the brightness of it.